Yes, children, so we have completed the textbook part of Shakuntala and Dushyanta, right? So we have completed collective nouns, compound nouns, and examples on this, right? Hard words, everything we have learned. Now, see the workbook part. So, what do we have the workbook part first? Understanding the text. So, what can we understand? For this they have given sentence. What are those? Write T for true and F for false statements. Total they have given 5 statements here. For these 5 statements, if it is true, any statement is true, we should write T in the box. If any statement is false, then we should write F in the box. F in the box. Okay, children. Now see the first one. Shakuntala was the daughter of Rishi Kanva. So Shakuntala was the daughter of Rishi Kanva. Is she daughter of Kanva? No. That he saw the girl at the river bank. Right. That's why he had taken. So he is for his father. Right. So but he is not the real father. Right. That's why Shakuntala was the daughter of Rishi Kanva is the true or false? Very good. False. So write F in the first one. First box. See the second one. Dushyanta was attracted by Shakuntala's charm and beauty. Dushyanta was attracted by Shakuntala's charm and beauty. Is it right or not? Yes, right. Then it is true. So T. Okay, children. And see the next one. Kanva was very angry on hearing Shakuntala's marriage. Kanva was very angry. Shakuntala married Dushyanta. That's why he was very angry. Was he angry or felt very happy? He felt very happy, right? So this statement is wrong. So then we should write F for false. So then it is false. See the next one. Shakuntala forgot about her marriage with King Dushyanta. Shakuntala forgot about her marriage. Who forgot about her marriage? Dushyanta forgot about his marriage. Why? Because of the curse. Because of curse. Right? So now Shakuntala didn't forget. That's why this is false statement. So F. And next one. Sarvadaman was the son of King Dushyanta and Shakuntala. So Sarvadaman was the son of the King Dushyanta and Shakuntala. Yes, both of them they had a son. His name is Sarvadaman. But the gods from heaven, what did they suggested the name? Bharat. So Sarvadaman is the first name. That's why this is true. That boy is the son of King Dushyanta and Shakuntala. Right, children? So then we can see the question answers. See, children, so we have completed the true or false in the workbook from the lesson Shakuntala and Dushyanta. Right? So next we have in that only understanding the text. We have next part answer the following questions. You know this. How much we have understood the lesson. To learn that one means to understand that compulsory we should answer the questions, right? So now here total 9 questions. Very interesting and somewhat big lesson right now. That's why here very simple questions we have but 9 are there. So let's see one by one question answers. See the first one, where was the ashram of Kanva? So here Shakuntala and Dushyanta, Shakuntala was grown up in Kanva ashram, right? So first question is, where was the ashram of Kanva? Where was the ashram of Kanva? Yes, it is in the heart of forest. It is in the heart of forest. But this is the question. Should write the sentence now. Right answer for that. So what is the answer for that? Kanva's ashram was in the heart of a forest on the banks of the river Malini. On the banks of the river Malini. Right, children? So see the answer. Kanva's ashram was in the heart of a forest. Kanva's ashram was in the heart of a forest on the banks of the river Malini. On the banks of the river Malini. Okay, children. So, in the heart of the forest, middle of the forest, and near to the Malini river it is. Right. So, that's why Kanva's ashram was in the heart of a forest on the banks of the river Malini. Okay, children. And see the second question, what do we have? Where did Kanva find the girl? Where did Kanva find the girl? Yes, he found the girl. Later they named that girl as, yes, Shakuntala. Right. So where did he find that girl? Where did he find that girl? See, tell me the answer. Kanva found the little girl lying all alone on the river bank. So Kanva found that the little girl all alone on the river bank. So what happened there? And a pack of vultures were sitting around the child trying to protect the baby. A pack of vultures were sitting around the child trying to protect the baby, right? So at that time he found this baby, right? So what's the answer can we write? Kanva found the little girl all alone on the river bank, and a pack of vultures were sitting around the little baby girl. So around the child trying to protect the baby. Around the child trying to protect the baby. Okay, children. And see the third question, what do we have? What was Shakuntala doing when Dushyanta came there? Yes, Dushyanta came to Kanva ashram na. At that time, what was she doing? And why was he attracted towards her? So at that time he was attracted by her. So he was attracted. So why? So see the answer, tell me. Shakuntala was putting her pet deer in her lap when King Dushyanta came there. So what was she doing? Shakuntala was patting her pet deer. Shakuntala was patting her pet deer in her lap when King Dushyanta came there. And he was attracted by Shakuntala's charm and beauty. And he was attracted by Shakuntala's charm and beauty. Right, children? So, see the answer once again, third one. Shakuntala was patting her pet deer in her lap when King Dushyanta came there. And he was attracted by Shakuntala's charm and beauty. By Shakuntala's charm and beauty. Right. So, this is the third answer, children. And see the fourth question, what do we have? What did King Dushyanta give to Shakuntala before returning to his palace? So immediately they got married na. So what did he give to Shakuntala before before returning to the palace? So by giving one gift, he went to his palace. Now what is that? Yes, it's a ring with the name of Dushyanta, right? So we should write in the sentence. What can we write? So before returning to his palace, King Dushyanta gave Shakuntala a ring. Before returning to his palace, King Dushyanta gave Shakuntala a ring which had his name over it. Okay, children. So, fourth answer we can write. Before returning to the palace, King Dushyanta gave Shakuntala a ring. Which had his name over it. So on that ring the name of the Dushyanta also was written, right? So that he had given. And see the next question, fifth question we have. Why did Dushyanta forget about Shakuntala? Yes, Dushyanta forgot about Shakuntala na. Why? Why did he forget? See the answer. Shakuntala Dushyanta forgot about Shakuntala because of Muni Durvasa's curse. So Dushyanta forgot about Shakuntala because of Muni Durvasa's curse. He has given one curse, na? So because of that, Dushyanta forgot about Shakuntala. So Dushyanta forgot about Shakuntala because of Muni Durvasa's curse. Okay, children. And see the next one, sixth question we have. Where did Shakuntala lose the ring? Where did Shakuntala lose the ring? Here be careful, children. Lose spelling. L-O-S-E, lose means lost it. But L-O-O-S-E, lose, both are same pronunciation. Remember this? L-O-O-S-E, loose means any shirt or blazers, those are loose, tight, like that, L-O-O-S-E. But L-O-S-E, that is also loose only, but we lost that one. So that we call it loose in the present tense. Okay, children. So where did Shakuntala lose the ring? So she lost the ring. So where? Where is it? See that one. Shakuntala lost the ring which the king gave her while she was bathing in a river. While she was bathing in a river. Shakuntala lost the ring which the king gave her. Shakuntala lost the ring which the king gave her when while she was bathing in a river. While she was bathing in a river, right? So see the next one, seventh question we have. Yes, what did Dushyanta remember when he saw the ring? What did Dushyanta remember when he saw the ring? What did he remember when Dushyanta saw the ring? When Dushyanta saw the ring, he remembered how he met Shakuntala in the forest, married her, left her in the ashram, and returned to his palace. So everything he forgot this incident. Na? So when he saw that ring, everything he remembered what had happened. So what is that? When Dushyanta saw the ring, he remembered, what did he remember? He remembered how he met Shakuntala in the forest. How he met Shakuntala in the forest. How he married her. So Shakuntala in the forest, married her, left her in the ashram only, and returned to his palace. And later returned to his palace. So all he remembered at once. And so see the eighth question. Who was Sarvadaman? Who was Sarvadaman? What was he doing? Who was Sarvadaman? Yes, Shakuntala and Dushyanta's son, right? So, who was Sarvadaman? So, right sentence. Sarvadaman was the son of King Dushyanta and Shakuntala. Sarvadaman was the son of King Dushyanta and Shakuntala. What was he doing? Sarvadaman was playing with a lion cub. Sarvadaman was playing with a lion cub. Okay, children. And see the last question. What do we have? What did Dushyanta hear from the voice of heaven? So at last when he met Shakuntala, he heard the voice from heaven. What was the voice he heard? So Dushyanta heard the voice of heaven. Take your faithful wife and son with you. So what did he hear? So Dushyanta heard the voice of heaven. Take your faithful wife and son with you. Your son shall be the greatest ruler of all the times. Your son shall be the greatest ruler of all the times. Call him Bharat. Call him Bharat. So that voice he heard from the heaven. Okay, children. So I am repeating the last question once again. See, Dushyanta heard the voice from the voice of heaven. Take your faithful wife and son with you. Take your faithful wife and son with you. Your son shall be the greatest ruler of all the times. So call him Bharat. That the voice he heard from the heaven. Right, children? So these are the question answers. Next we can see the next topic. See children, so the next part we have word search. Next we have word search. So what is this word search? Mostly missing letters are different words like this. But here different one, another different topic. What is that? Use the prefixes from the box to complete the following words. Use the prefixes. Prefixes, can you remember? Prefixes means for the word we add before it. So for the word in the starting, if we add something, that is called prefix. For the word starting, if we add something, that is called prefix. So end of the word something, if we add for this, that is called suffix. Okay children, before the add, if we add something, that is called prefix, before. So end of the word, if we add something, that is called suffix. End of the word, if we add something, that is called suffix. So here before the word, if we add anything, that is called prefix. Okay, before, that means starting of the word also we can say. Before the word we can write, or starting of the word also we can say. So before that word or starting of the word also we can say, that is a prefix. Ending of the word, ending of the word, so end of the word, if we add something, that is called suffix. That is called suffix. Okay children, so like this we should write it. Okay, so now here what is this? Prefixes from the box. So in the box they have given prefixes. In the box they have given. So for the completing this word, so we should add it. We should take from that which are suitable. So almost for this, whatever the word we have, opposite word, whatever the word we have, opposite word mostly we get by adding those. What are those they have given? Un, un, miss, mis, miss, dis, dis, ill, ill, ir, right? So these words to which it is suitable, not for all. For which word is suitable, if we take any one, then we get almost opposite meaning. Almost opposite meaning. So see this one, first agree. Agree. I accept and agree it is. Okay. If we don't accept, so what do we call it? Disagree. Agree, disagree. So here dis, that if we add to this, then it will become disagree. Right? Agree, disagree. Okay children. Agree, disagree. And see the second one. So dash, understand. So in the box we should write it now. So dash, understand. So what do we have? Understand. Yes, I understood the lesson very perfectly. Suppose if I don't understand, or else some other meaning if we understand, what do we say? Misunderstand. Misunderstand. Okay. So then this is mis, if we add, it becomes misunderstand. Understand, misunderstand. Understand, misunderstand. Okay children. And see the next one, dash, behave. Dash, behave. Behave. So for this opposite word, misbehave. Behave means behave properly, like that. Suppose if anyone didn't prepare properly, then we say, yes, he has misbehavior, like that, right? So here behave, misbehave. So behave, misbehave. Okay children. And see the next one, what do we have? Tie. T-I, tie. T-I-E, tie. So something to tie it, like that. So very tightly. And so for that, if we open it, that we can call it untie. Untie. So un if we add it, so that is the opposite to it. So untie. Okay children. So they didn't give, these are the opposites. But by adding this kind of words, maximum we get opposite only. So tie, untie. Tie, untie. Okay children. Next one, responsible. Responsible. So responsibly, the person is very responsible, who are doing any work very clearly and like that. Suppose if anyone is not taking caring anything, they are not doing any work properly, what do we say? Yes, he is irresponsible, irregular, right? So irresponsible. So here responsible, and then we should add irresponsible. IR if we add it, then it becomes irresponsible. Okay, children, irresponsible, responsible, irresponsible. And see the next one, dash able, dash able. So here able means he can do, he is able to do that one. Suppose he is cannot do that one, what do we say? He is unable to do, he is unable to do, able to do, unable to do. So then what can we add for this? Un. So able, unable, unable, unable. Okay, children. And see the next one, legal, 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 legal. So legal means everything it is going in very proper way. Suppose it is not in the proper way, we call it illegal. We call it illegal. What can we add for this? Yes, IL. For that we should add IL. So then we can call it, this is illegal. IL, legal. Okay, children. So legal, illegal. And next one, connect. Next one, dash connect. So connect. So connect this one. So connection is good. Suppose if it is not good, we can call it disconnected. Right? So here connect, disconnect. Opposite to that, by adding the prefix disconnect. So disconnect, disconnect. Okay, children. And see the next one, regular. Yes, responsible, irresponsible. The same way regular. Yes, if you are coming to school daily, yes, you are very regular student. If anyone is not coming to school regularly, what do we call? You are irregular student. You are irregular student, right? So regular, irregular, IR, irregular. Okay, children. And see the last one, dash logical, logical. So logical, illogical. Suppose what we are doing, if it is what we are telling, if it is a logical, good, proper reason is there. Yes, it is logic. But if it is not, then we call it illogical. Illogical. IL we should add it, illogical. Okay, children. So agree, disagree. Agree, disagree. Understand, misunderstand. Behave, misbehave. Tie, untie. Responsible, irresponsible. Able, unable. Legal, illegal. Connect, disconnect. Regular, irregular. Logical, illogical. Okay, children. So like this, by adding the suffixes, almost we got opposite to that words. Opposite to that words. Okay, children. Let's see the next one.